Hello, everyone on Facebook land. Welcome. It's Lisa Kneller here with Smart and Social, the new relationship marketing for small businesses. And this is where we help solopreneurs and small businesses build on their dreams and develop skills for success. Again, I'm Lisa Kneller, host of the new relationshipmarketing.com website, where you can go and get my free book, High Touch, High Tech Marketing for Success. How to combine or how to maximize the power of networking, social media, and high-impact marketing for more leads and sales and for customer retention. So it's free if you go there, thenewrelationshipmarketing.com, plug in your email, you get my free ebook, and no strings attached. And also, I won't share your email with anyone. Okay, so the purpose of this live broadcast is to share insight into how you can tap into the expertise of those who have been there and done that. And you can glean from their wisdom. So our guests speak to people in all sorts of businesses, real estate, mortgage lending, insurance business, and direct sales, and even brick and mortar businesses. So if you have a small business, pay attention, because you can learn some things here about how to increase sales and bring more people in, and also keep your customers. So today we are focusing on what we call like passive income or lifestyle income. And our guest today is Bryan Perez. Welcome, Bryan.
Hey, Lisa.
I'm gonna give you a little bio information here, and I'm checking my notes. So Bryan is a salesperson and a realtor, and he has lived in Lake Wylie, South Carolina, for the last 4 years. He and his better half, Christy, have 2 sons, Preston and Grant, and he spent 21 years in Las Vegas, where he started his sales career selling cars. He's also been in the mortgage business, and in August of 2010, he was introduced to network marketing. Now, Bryan has been with the same network marketing company since December of 2014. He saw the relationship marketing tool in his current MLM company as a way to transition into real estate and create a life by design. I love that, a life by design. That speaks intention, doesn't it?
It does.
Bryan loves to work out. He's learning to master personal development and is centered in his faith and loves his family. His favorite book is The Slight Edge, because it applies to every aspect of life. And I would agree, that's one of my favorite books too. Like just a few minutes a day, builds up a muscle, doesn't it?
Yep.
It's amazing.
Yep.
So Bryan credits his success to his faith, his belief in himself, that's huge, and developing the no-quit attitude. We're going to talk about that later, which he says is a skill. He is associated with Carolina Homes Connection. So if you're in the area and you're looking for a real estate agent, you know where to go, Bryan Perez at Carolina Homes Connection. So welcome, Bryan, again. Thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Lisa.
Yeah. So you were recommended to me by Jordan Adler, one of the kings of relationship marketing.
Yes,
and I say one of the kings because that really goes to Cody Bateman. But even Cody says that Jordan is one of his mentors. And Jordan thinks you are the bomb. So I feel really lucky that to glean from you today, and I'm really excited to hear your story. So you are currently a real estate agent, yeah? And a network marketer. Okay.
Correct.
And I love that. I love that because the two go hand in hand. And I know, excuse me, you're using your network marketing business to further your real estate business and vice versa, which I think is really fascinating. So I'm looking forward to hearing this. Now tell us the story of how you transitioned from the mortgage business, I think it was, to the real estate business, and how your network marketing company fits into all of that. So please share your story.
Yeah, Lisa, well, thank you for having me on the show. And gosh, I can't believe it happened so fast. It's already here. I remember you asked me about 2 weeks ago. And yeah, so basically, I was in the mortgage business from 2002 to 2010. Did very well with it. I was also investing in real estate at the time, and then came the crash, and I pretty much lost everything. And when I say everything, I'm talking about everything material, right? Christy stuck with me. At the time, we only had one son. Now we have two. And I learned a lot about myself, how to reinvent myself. And in 2010, I ended up leaving the mortgage business. A friend of mine reached out to me, introduced me to network marketing. And I'd been introduced to network marketing before, network marketing / personal development, but I never really took a company serious. I really enjoyed the personal development side of it more than anything else. But in 2010, I was looking for change. And a friend of mine called me up about a network marketing company. I ended up signing up. We ended up running together, even though it wasn't the right company and that company is no longer in business. I learned a lot. I learned a lot about branding. I learned a lot about building relationships. I learned a lot about going into a new market and building relationships in that market. And it's funny because going back to Jordan Adler, in 2010, Lisa, when I left the mortgage industry, somebody recommended his book, Beach Money, to me. And I read that book, and there's 3 things in that book that really stood out. Number 1, he owns his life. I was looking for that. Number 2, he never misses a birthday. And number 3, he never misses a funeral. And at the end of the day, that's really why we're here, is to celebrate people and let them know how much we care about them. And fast forward to 2014, one of my good friends, Gary Allen, who lives in Las Vegas, him and I were talking. We had been in the Carolinas for about a year, and he had mentioned that he met Jordan Adler at an event, at an Eric Worre event, and then he mentioned send out cards to me, and I was like, right there alone, I wasn't really interested in send out cards. I was interested in growing my network, right? Mm-hmm. But what really attracted me was that he met Jordan Adler, and I'm like, how much is it to sign up? He told me, and I'm like, I'll sign up if you could put me on the phone with Jordan. And so, long story short, I ended up signing up for send out cards. I had no intentions of building a business, but I had intentions of using the tool. And we can say companies on here, right?
Yeah.
Lisa, okay. And next thing you know, I ended up joining a BNI group. I became the SOC guy of that group, and I met Jordan Adler in May of 2015 for the very first time. I heard him speak. And after he spoke, I'm like, hey, Jordan, I want to be a networker just like you. I'm like, what advice could you give me? And he said, Bryan, a long time ago, I learned to do 3 things, and I do them often. I'm always meeting people, I'm always connecting people, and I'm always appreciating people. And when he said the last one, that was like an aha moment. That's when the light bulb went on, because I've been in sales for over 20 years on straight commission, selling cars, phone sales, mortgage business, network marketing, and nobody has ever told me that. Because in sales, they teach you to follow up. In real estate, give closing gifts, but nobody ever teaches you to appreciate someone from the time that you meet them till the time you or them die. And that's what I learned from Jordan, was to take my relationship marketing to a totally different level. So I hope that answered your question.
It sure does. It sure does. So send out cards. The company that you're with, I'm with that company too. I love it. But it has really helped you develop your real estate business, correct?
It has. Yep. It has.
Okay. So can you talk about, just real quickly, the system that you use? Like, what do you do? Okay.
Yeah. So I've always told myself, when I was in the mortgage business, if I can go back and do it all over again, I would have done real estate instead of loans. right? And but I was so deep in the mortgage business that I couldn't see myself going from one field to another. But but I've had my real estate license on and off since 2002. And when I started doing send out cards, I started following a few people realtors that were using send out cards to grow their real estate business. And I was like, wow, that's pretty cool, because these realtors have actually created a life by design. One of the things that I see in realtors is that most of them, not all of them, most of them are chasing the next deal. They're chasing the next deal, they're chasing the next deal, they're chasing the next deal. And when the market shifts, like it did in 2008, and it will again, they're out of business, right? I didn't want that. To me, my number one priority is my family. If with kids, as you know, Lisa, to them, love is time, equals time, right? And so I've always said to myself, if I can find a way that I can get into real estate, but I can control who I work with, when I work with them, and who I work with. Hope that came out right. I would go ahead and do it. So when I saw the way these realtors were using send out cards, I was like, wow, you know what? I can see myself building a real estate business using send out cards and creating a life by design. In other words, building a real estate business, but also building a send out cards business. So I don't do anything different. In fact, I was just talking to the owner of our company this morning about this, and I'm like, hey, you know what? And I'm going to say her name. I'm going to say, hey, Jen. I'm like, hey, Jen, what do you think I could be doing better to because this month I'm actually having a pretty big month, for being in the real estate business for 1 year here in the Carolinas. This month I'll close 1.2 million in business. And it's all because of send out cards, right? But here's the thing: next month I got to do it again. I got to do it all over again, right? And that's the difference between real estate and the difference between network marketing. Because network marketing, you create residual income, you get paid for what you start, right? Whereas in real estate, I'm unemployed after that deal closes. And
exactly.
And she said, Bryan, just go out there and do what you do best, and just go out there and network and meet more people. And that's how I do it, Lisa. When I meet somebody, I'm always listening to see how I can better serve them. And then I just stay in touch with people. And one of the ways that I do it is I connect with everyone on Facebook. And right now, what's happening on Facebook is kids are going back to school, right?
Yeah.
And most kids have a sign that says first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade, etc. What I'm doing is I'm taking those photos from Facebook through the Send Out Cards app, which is right over here, and
on your phone.
On my phone, right? And I'm literally sending those people cards. And I may put a message in there, a personal message, but I don't. I make it about them. I will take whatever message they put on there, I'll copy, I'll paste it, a photo of their child, and I'll send it to them. And every single card has my brand, my real estate brand on the back of the card. And I'm telling you, it's crazy. I had a guy call me the other day. He lives on the lake, and I met him about 2 years ago. I've been sending him birthday cards, and he had posted a picture of in a dune buggy. That's his hobby, a dune buggy. He took it up to Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, and he posted it on Facebook. And I took that picture, and it was with him and his girlfriend, and I sent him a card. And a few days ago, he calls me, and he's like, "Hey, Bryan, it's Sean. What's going on? Hey, listen, man, I don't know how you do it, but those cards are awesome. When I'm ready to sell and buy, you're my man." So that's the way that I do it, Lisa.
That's awesome. So you're sending people cards and gifts and just appreciating them throughout the sales process, right? Even like before, during, and after, and then for the rest of their lives, which is kind of amazing. So, all right. So what I really wanted to address today was passive income. So what does that mean to you And how can you explain that to our audience so that they really fully understand the options out there?
Yeah, so passive income is getting paid for what you start. Most people don't understand that. So here's how I think about it and how I explain it to people. So how long would it take the average person, Lisa, to make $1 million?
Wow.
Most people won't even make that in their lifetime, right?
No.
Okay.
No.
So if you take $1 million and you put $1 million in the bank, right, and that $1 million is paying you a 3% interest, yearly interest, that's $30,000 a year, which translates to about $2,500 a month, roughly. I mean, is that about right? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the way I break it down to people: is if you were to do that and make $2,500 a month, how long would it take you to save $1 million? And most people can't even comprehend that, right? In network marketing, you can build a residual income of $2,500 a month. You can build it in a couple years. You can build it in 5 years. You can build it in 10 years. Some people will never get there, right? Because they won't stick with it long. Like a business and just don't quit.
Yeah, that's awesome. I also compare residual income. So residual income can only be earned in a few different ways. One is like you got to be a rock star, right? Like Alice Cooper or something.
Yep.
By the way, Alice lives in my backyard, so that's kind of
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah. But also, like Friends, those actors on Friends are still getting paid.
Yep.
How many of us are going to do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess the third way maybe is selling insurance. You could sell insurance, and that would give you some passive income, assuming you're taking care of your customers on a regular basis and appreciating them. And then I guess lastly would be then it would be investing, like you said. If you have the money that you've invested, you can create the passive income, but you have to invest that money to get that income. So you have to make money, save it, and invest it. And then the other way is network marketing. So that's getting paid one time for doing something, or getting paid over and over and again for something that you do one time. It's something you start. I love that. What is relationship marketing, Bryan? Like how would you define that, and what does that mean?
Wow, I wasn't prepared for that question, but I will answer it to the best of my ability. So relationship marketing to me means growing your network, but giving back to your network first. So in other words, when you meet somebody and you're having a conversation with them, find out about them. Everyone's tuned into the same station, WIIFM. What's in it for me, right? And it's the law of reciprocity. When you find out about somebody and you truly want to help that person out by giving, it's automatic. I heard somebody say it the other day on a webinar that Cody gave. He was on the phone with a mortgage person, with Linda. Can't remember Linda's last name, but she was just talking about how she's built her mortgage business through appreciation, through relationship marketing. And if you appreciate people in slices, it'll come back in loaves. And I just thought that was a great analogy.
That is a great analogy.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. So we talked about real estate, how you could do it better. How could you do a better job of getting listings? Maybe targeting FSBOs or expired listings. Would you just same thing? You'd use relationship marketing, send out cards, your marketing tool, your relationship marketing?
Yeah, there's a great book out there. It's called The Revolution of Real Estate Sales. In fact, I have it right here. The Revolution of Real Estate Sales. And Jim McCord, who's also using send out cards, he's a master at expired listings. And I haven't been doing much expired listings or many FISBOs, even though I'm getting more into it. But really, for me, is really just going out there and just building relationships. And there's a great book out there. It's called Blue Ocean Strategy. Have you read it yet?
I haven't read it yet, but I heard you talk about it the other day on your page.
Phenomenal book. And Blue Ocean Strategy, Lisa, talks about the difference between Blue Ocean Strategy and Red Ocean Strategy. Most people out there, most salespeople, most businesses are out there using Red Ocean Strategy. They're using the same old school guerrilla marketing methods that they teach today. But Blue Ocean Strategy is what we do and send out cards, is getting to the consumer before the consumer even thinks about buying your product or service. But when they do, they think of you. It's what we teach: top of mind marketing, top of heart marketing.
Okay, fantastic. All right, so you and I both believe in multiple streams of income, but there's a little quote on your timeline that says, "Don't confuse multiple streams of income with multiple drips of income."
Correct. Yep.
So, what does that mean?
Well, what that means, Lisa, is, and again, I've been a victim of this. I've been involved in I've been a dabbler, been involved in different network marketing companies, thinking I was growing multiple streams of income, but really I was growing multiple drips of income. And the reason I posted that is because it just so happened that a few people reached out to me, wanted me to look at their opportunity, and they know that I'm 100% committed to the company that I'm with right now. And then as I look on these people's timelines and I study them, I realize, hey, they're out there building 3, 4, 5 different network marketing companies. And quite frankly, Lisa, I have yet to meet, and I know a lot of top money earners in different companies, and that's all they do. They focus on one network marketing company, but then they're actually out there building other streams of income. And what I mean by that is they're out there buying real estate. That's a stream of income. They're out there investing in the stock market. They're out there investing in private companies. But they're only building, seriously, one network marketing company. So when somebody gets in a network marketing company and they try and build another one and then another one and another one, and next thing you know, they're pitching people on all these different companies. After a while, people look at you and they're like, man, what are you doing? Like, really, what are you doing? And so the reason I post that, Lisa, is because if you want to get serious about network marketing, find a company. It doesn't have to be Send Out Cards. It can be any other company. There's a lot of great ones out there. Find one company that appeals to you and be the best that you can be at it. Just be consistent with that one company. And that should be a plan B, Lisa. Not a plan A, but a plan B. There's a lot of misconceptions in this industry, and I've been a victim of this, where I quit my job, my career too early to build a network marketing business because that's what they're teaching you to do. But no, network marketing should be a vehicle to supplement your business or job income. And once you build that plan B, then you take that plan B income. Once it exceeds your full-time income, then you can make choices if you want, but take that plan B income and start investing that income into a plan C, like real estate and so forth.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And there's nothing wrong with leaving one company and joining another, but then make that your focus. Like that, where you put your time and energy is where you're going to experience growth, right? So, I agree. Like, don't try to sell 3 or 4 companies or jump from one to another to another. Jordan Adler says that the problem he had in the beginning when he started in network marketing, he was with 11 different companies. And the problem was he kept quitting. You know, he didn't really get into one company and learn the ropes. But on his 12th company, he finally did. And then, of course, he had really developed some skills by then and got some really great mentoring. And then pretty soon, he was able to leave his full-time job. And he did stick with his full-time job. I know he worked his business during his lunch hours and stuff. So I'm just going to check the time here. We are almost out of time. So, yeah, let's talk about that. Why not quit? I'm going to let this be our last question, and then we'll sign off. But why not quit?
Well, like I said before, I've met people, and I have friends in the industry that do very well, and I have friends in real estate and other businesses that do very well. But if you notice, Lisa, most people that have a lot of time don't have a lot of money, and most people that have a lot of money don't really have a lot of time, right? Network marketing is the only industry that I found yet for the average person like you and I, where if we learn the skills and we don't quit, that we can create a life by design. And the reason I say my no quit attitude has really gotten me through the tough times is because, you know, something worth having is worth fighting for, right? Something worth having is worth fighting for. And it's not an easy industry, but it's a simple one. And it's not easy because the toughest battle is the one that we have with ourselves every single day. And not to mention, this industry has made me a better friend, a better partner, a better parent, a better person. And and especially the company that we're in, it's just allowed me to just be able to express myself better and give more of myself. And at the end, when everything is said and done, Lisa, it's really about giving. You know, the gift is in the giving, not in the taking.
Yeah, and so the personal development piece is really huge. So if any of you are out there, it doesn't have to be direct sales or network marketing, even in real estate, there's lots of positions that you might be in where you're trying to develop these sales skills, but it requires personal development and mental muscles that maybe you don't have. And so you have to read, and you have to, you know, connect with people who think like you do, and surround yourself with positive people and all kinds of stuff. So that's a really great point to end on. And so Bryan and I are both with Send Out Cards. If you are in his circle, if you are one of his people in his network, then contact him if you would like to learn more about that, especially if you're in real estate. And if you're in my circle and my network, then feel free to contact me about that, and I can show you how that works. Also, you can find Bryan on Facebook.com/Keep It Simple BP. So that's Facebook.com/Keep It Simple BP. And I want to thank you all for listening. Those of you who were either listening live or are listening to the recorded broadcast, thank you so much for joining us today. And again, you can go to thenewrelationshipmarketing.com and find that free book that I wrote, the ebook, High Touch, High Tech Marketing for Success, and learn how you can become a better networker, combining that with social media and high impact marketing for more sales and customer retention, and just make people happy, and your world will be better. So Bryan, thank you so much again for joining me today. And,
thank you, Lisa. Thank you.
Yeah, I'll look forward to seeing you at convention soon.
Yep. Thank you very much. Thank you for having me.
Have a wonderful day.
Thank you. You too.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.